Hello everyone, welcome back to your own channel that is Commerce and Management Hub with SK. I hope you all like our previous videos on various topics related to commerce and management. Today we are going to discuss about the topic of accounts, that is valuation of goodwill. So before discussing about valuation of goodwill, let us discuss about the meaning of goodwill, that what is goodwill. The goodwill refers to the good name or the reputation that any organization earn during the lifetime of its working. When any organization work for a longer period of time, some good name of the organization is created in the market, because of which it will be in a position to increase its earning capacity. And this particular increase in the earning capacity due to the reputation is known as goodwill, and it is mostly valuable when the business is sold. Now the question arises that why to study goodwill, or for what reasons we need the valuation of goodwill. So goodwill is needed or evaluated at the time of sale of business, or when the partnership firm is reconstituted, or when the partnership deed have some changes in it. For example, if the partners change their profit sharing ratio, if a new partner is admitted, or any existing partner is retired or dead, in that particular case goodwill is evaluated. There are three methods of valuation of goodwill, that is average profit method, super profit method, and capitalization method. So firstly, we will discuss the average profit method. So under average profit method, there are two sub methods, that is simple average profit method and weighted average profit method. So firstly, we will discuss about the simple average profit method. When the goodwill is calculated on the basis of average profit of the past years, then that is known as simple average profit method. To calculate the average profits, the total profits of the previous years are divided by the number of years, and in this way the average profits are calculated, and then to calculate the goodwill, these average profits are multiplied by the number of years purchased. So in this way, firstly we need to calculate the average profits, and then we need to calculate the goodwill. While calculating the profits of any organization, there may be certain adjustments that will be given in the question, and they must be considered. For example, if there are any abnormal losses, that is non-recurring losses, which are not incurred in the business on regular basis, in that particular case they will be added back to the profits, like loss by theft or loss by fire, etc. Similarly, if there are any abnormal profits, those profits which are not incurred on regular basis, these are deducted back from the profits. Like if there is any income from investment or income from lottery, that will be deducted or subtracted from the profits. Similarly, if there are any recurring expenses which were not to be incurred earlier, but from now they need to be incurred, like manager's salary, insurance premium, in that particular case, these recurring expense will be deducted from the average profits of the organization. We must consider that the closing stock of one year will become the opening stock of the other year. For example, if rupees 10,000 is the closing stock of the year 2010, it will become the opening stock for the year 2011. So, if there is any overvaluation of the closing stock, it will be deducted from the profits, and if closing stock of one year is overvalued, automatically the opening stock of the next year will be overvalued. So the overvaluation of closing stock is subtracted from the profits, and overvaluation of opening stock is added back to the profits, and vice versa. If undervaluation of closing stock is there, it will be added to the profits, and if undervaluation of opening stock is there, it is deducted from the profits. So make sure you must not be confused in this point. Overvaluation of closing stock and the undervaluation of opening stock is deducted, and overvaluation of opening stock and undervaluation of closing stock is added back to the profits. So now the next topic is weighted average profit method. When the weights are assigned to the profits of various years on the basis of their relative importance, in that particular case, we have to calculate the weighted average profit. And to calculate the weighted average profit, the profit of the years are multiplied by their weights to get the product, and to calculate the weighted average profit, the total of the product is divided by the total of weight. And then to calculate the goodwill, the weighted average profits are multiplied by the number of years purchased. And in the weighted average profit method also, we have to consider the adjustments that we have discussed earlier in the average profit method, like overvaluation of closing stock, overvaluation of opening stock, etc. Now, let us understand these both methods, that is average profit method and weighted average profit method, with the help of examples. Example number 1, that is of simple average profit method. The profit of the year 2016, 17 and 18 are given, that is rupees 30,000, rupees 40,000 and rupees 20,000 respectively. We have to calculate the goodwill on the basis of simple average profit method on the basis of 2 years purchase. So how will we calculate the goodwill? See the solution. Firstly, we will calculate the average profit. So to calculate the average profit, let us get the total of profits, 30,000 plus 40,000 plus 20,000. So the total of the profits of 3 years will be 90,000, and there are 3 number of years. So 90,000 divided by 3, the average profits will be rupees 30,000. Now goodwill is to be calculated on the basis of 2 years purchase. So 30,000 multiplied by 2, 60,000 will be our goodwill. Let us discuss example 2, that if in the case of example 1, along with the given question, certain adjustments are also given, then what to do in that particular case to calculate the goodwill. Adjustment A, expenditure on a major repair of machinery of rupees 10,000 in the year 2016 was treated as revenue expense. Adjustment B, depreciation on the machinery on reducing balance method at the rate 10% per annum. Adjustment C, machinery is now insured and annual insurance premium is rupees 5,000. Adjustment D, closing stock of 2017 is overvalued by rupees 5,000. Adjustment E, there is a loss by fire in the year 2018 of rupees 2,000. So now let us move to the solution. Firstly, in the year 2016, a major repair on the machinery, which was a capital expense, was treated as revenue expense. So it will be added back to the profits of 2016. So we will add rupees 10,000 to the profits of 2016. Now there is a depreciation of 10% at reducing balance method. So 10,000 at the rate 10%, 1,000 will be the depreciation that will be deducted from the profits of 2016. In the next year, 10,000 minus 1,000, the value of machinery will be 9,000. So 900 will be the depreciation, will be deducted from the profits of 2017. Similarly, in the year 2018, 9,000 minus 900, 8,100 will be the value of machinery, and the depreciation will be 810, that will be deducted from the profits of 2018. Now the next adjustment is closing stock of the year 2017 is overvalued by rupees 5,000. So the overvaluation of closing stock is deducted. So the overvaluation of closing stock by rupees 5,000 will be deducted from the profits of 2017. As the closing stock of 1 year will become the opening stock for the next year, so it means the opening stock of 2018 is also overvalued by rupees 5,000. So it will be added back to the profits of 2018. After that, it is given that there is a loss by fire, which is a non-recurring loss of rupees 2,000, which will be added back to the profits of 2018. So in this way, the adjustments are treated in the profits. Now to get the total profits, the adjusted profits are added, will be divided with the total number of years, that are 3. So the average profits will be 33,097 rupees. And there is one adjustment that left is the machinery is now insured and the annual insurance premium is rupees 5,000. As this expense is recurring in nature, it will be deducted from the average profits. So 5,000 will be deducted from the average profits, that is 33,097 minus 5,000. So the adjusted average profits will be 28,097. Goodwill is to be calculated at 2 years purchase. So 28,097 multiplied by 2, our goodwill will be 56,194 rupees. So this was example 2, where we have discussed the average profits with adjustment. Now let us discuss example 3, that if example 2 need to be solved with the help of weighted average profit method and the weights are given, then how the goodwill is calculated. The weights of the year 2016, 17 and 18 are 1, 2 and 3 respectively. So now to calculate the goodwill, let's see the solution. All the adjustments will be treated in the same manner as we have done in example number 2, but adjustment of insurance premium will be changed. As insurance premium is a recurring expense in the average profit method, it was deducted from the average profits. But in case of weighted average profits, these 5,000 insurance premium will be deducted from each year individually. This is the basic difference between the average profit and weighted average profit method, that in the average profit method, the recurring expense is deducted from the average profits, whereas in weighted average profit method, it is deducted from each year individually. So now how the goodwill is calculated? So this will become the weighted average profits, and then that weighted average profits will be multiplied by the number of year of purchase to calculate the goodwill. Like here we get the weighted average profit of 25,962 rupees. Goodwill will be calculated 25962 multiplied by 2. So our goodwill will be 51,924 rupees. So this is all from our side. I hope you have understood these methods of valuation of goodwill very clearly. We will discuss the super profit and capitalization method in the next upcoming videos. If you like the video, kindly like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon for further updates, and please give your valuable feedback in the comment section. Thank you.